Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland Reviewer, and welcome to Lost in the Wasteland, my weekly interview show where I learn about a little bit something more about somebody else's perspective on movies. And, well, I've watched a lot of movies with Paige, but we're still learning. So, Paige, thank you so much for coming on.
You're so welcome. I love coming on your show.
And this is Paige's fourth round of, actual questions this time. It's been a while since I actually asked questions instead of interviewed about a movie.
Yeah, that's true,
Because
actually.
now I'm up to, I have 6.5 selections of questions, still working on the 7th one.
Okay.
Trying to shake things up a little bit. But here for the fourth round, let's get things started with a couple of questions that are kind of paired, some favorite ones. But Paige, what's your favorite movie scene? If you think it's what's your favorite scene from a movie?
Oh, God. Okay. Shane sent me these questions, and they immediately, left my mind. Oh, my God. That's so hard to pick. All right, well, I'm just going to go with one scene that I really like, which is in The Silence of the Lambs, this scene where Buffalo Bill turns off all the lights in the basement, and she's just, desperately trying to kill this guy in the dark. I can't even watch that scene. It makes me so tense.
That is one of the most tense scenes in any thriller, period.
Oh, my God.
And just all the shots with the night vision goggles that Buffalo Bill's wearing, and the great acting that Jodie Foster is doing. The fear feels real. And I would imagine even just filming that scene would be really tense to begin with. So maybe it's not all fake.
I mean, maybe. I remember, the first time I saw this movie, I was 12. Yeah. My parents were. They just let us do anything. No, but I was 12. I was sitting in our enormous, fully lit, bright living room at 2 p.m. and I was still hiding under the covers. Oh my God, I can't even watch this. And I still feel like that whenever I see the scene.
It's quite intense. Now, the next two questions are kind of paired together.
Okay.
Who's your favorite movie protagonist?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I feel, all right, I'm getting the vibe this is we're going to throwback 12-year-old, 13-year-old Paige. So obviously Christine Daae from Phantom of the Opera.
Christine.
Yes, that one. Thank you.
Indeed. You are welcome. That's all the singing you're going to get out of me tonight.
Tonight.
Just tonight. I'm not making any promises for any other time. But no, it's such a classic character, especially in film, and there's been so many Broadway adaptations of Phantom, film adaptations, and I'm assuming is this the Emmy Rosen?
Yeah, that's I love the 2004 Joel Schumacher fest.
Where we got Gerard Butler as the Phantom.
Oh my God, I thought when I saw that movie in theaters at age 12 4 times, her outfits snatched, her wig snatched, her singing snatched. She's an actual opera singer, so she can sing. Gerard Butler, he tries, but no, I
think it fits the Phantom what they're trying to go for here. Except the fact that you're trying to tell me that Gerard Butler's ugly AF as the Phantom?
Oh my God! Oh yeah, he has sunburn on half his face. Okay, can't beg
now
him
I'm
now.
really wondering your answer to this next question. But who's your favorite antagonist in the movie?
Hannibal Lecter, for sure. Not for sex reasons in this case.
Which the fact that Anthony Hopkins won Best Actor.
He was in the movie for 16 minutes.
16 minutes. It's just well, I'm sorry, Clarice, I have to go. I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Woohoo! Get it? Because he's a cannibal?
Dr. Lecter.
Do you get it?
Click. Shelton deserved it. Little piece of shit.
He did. He did.
Terrible person. You're worse than Hannibal Lecter in this movie.
You're worse than a cannibal.
Literally.
A cannibal, not who crashed in the forest and had to eat his dead friends. He loves it. He's I have chips, but I'm gonna eat this person instead.
And he cooks it all fancy too. It's just Anthony Hopkins is absolute perfection in Silence of the Lambs. I really don't think they did that character many favors with Hannibal.
I agree.
But obviously, we also have the show version with Mads Mikkelsen.
Movie. Maz is the TV boy.
So we could at least acknowledge him.
Okay, yeah, I will acknowledge Mads Mikkelsen anytime you want.
I'll have to tell you about a movie that I watched after we're done recording. Because he's in a new film. Now, thinking about some more favorites, what's your favorite movie ending? Endings are really hard to, like, nail, so...
Okay, maybe it's good I didn't study, because I actually have off-the-cuff answers to these. Oh my god, 100% The Shining. The end of the movie, where they zoom in on that black and white photograph, Again, I was around 12 when you should call CPS on my mom, like, retroactively. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching this. I love you.
I hope she is.
I know. Yeah, I'll be like, listen, this movie really, like, questions your parenting. No, but I was also, like, 12, 13 when I saw it. When they zoom in on the black and white photograph from 1920, I don't know why it fills me with such, like, dread, like, seeing that. Because I think it's, like... They never explain it.
Nope. And Stanley Kubrick knew exactly what he was doing when he put that at the end.
And it's one of those, in my opinion, rare cases where pulling something out of pocket like that actually works.
The ambiguity is so haunting.
Oh my god.
At the end, you're just like, but what?
Like, what does that mean? Like, there was just this normal, in the beginning, there's this normal guy with his wife and kid. And now you're saying he, like... Well, yes.
This is what happens when Stanley Kubrick knew what he was doing when he cast Jack Nicholson.
Oh, sure.
Which is why Stephen King hated it so much. He's just like, he's supposed to be like a regular guy with issues, and then he descends. No, Jack Nicholson, beginning of the movie.
He starts off with issues, and then just fucking skyrocket. Whoa, that was aggressive.
Yeah,
fucking skyrocket.
They weren't ghosts. It was just Jack Nicholson being Jack Nicholson the whole time.
No, but that, like, it really fills me with, like, such a deep sense of dread, and I can't even really, like, articulate why.
And it's definitely partly because of how creepy Jack Nicholson smiling is in that picture.
Sure.
Just madman in this picture at the end.
But it's like, in the beginning of the film, it's just this guy comes with his family to stay here, and then it's like, wait, like, has his whole life been a lie? Like, does he even exist outside the hotel? It makes me sick to think about it.
Making us have imposter syndrome for him. Now, Paige, what film would you love to see in a theater for the first time?
Like, if I could erase my memory?
It's either that or, like, your first time seeing it was in a theater instead of, like, how you saw it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I see most movies for the first time in theaters at this point.
Well, like, you know, like, obviously you didn't see The Shining in a theater for the first time.
No, I have seen it in a theater.
That's so cool.
Okay. You know what I wish? I really wish that I had seen The Room in a theater.
Oh my god, can you imagine going into a theater thinking this was gonna be like a regular movie and just being like, what the hell is this? And now if you watch it in a theater, everybody's in on the joke and they're throwing spoons and shit.
Yeah.
But like, that would be wild. I can't even imagine how I would have felt leaving that theater watching that after the first time. I would have demanded my money back.
I would have questioned reality.
Now, obviously you're a big true crime person. I don't know how many other kinds of documentaries you watch. But what subject matter do you think really deserves to get the documentary treatment?
I mean, yeah, I could say a lot of different things. I think that, I mean, I'm biased because I am a therapist / social worker, but I think the whole, like, what I have seen termed on Instagram is the nonprofit industrial complex. That would be a really interesting documentary. You know, it's, people hear nonprofits and they think, oh, like, well, yeah, there's no money to be made there, but that's not true. There's plenty of illegal shit, unethical shit. True. I wasn't even thinking of churches. No, I wasn't even thinking of that. Well, fair enough. But like, that's a fair point.
Mega churches.
But I'm just saying, like, there's plenty of corruption. Well, yeah.
I have a documentary to tell you about when we're done recording.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember off the top of my head what the name of the documentary is, but there was something that I watched. I'm like, that sounds just up your alley.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
But no, that's definitely I think it's an important kind of thing to give perspective on that, because a lot of people make a lot of money off of nonprofits and really don't help those who they're supposed to be helping. They're just stuffing their pockets.
Yeah.
Stuff in their pockets.
I'm gonna get mad. Can we move on to the next question?
And now for something completely different.
Thank you.
And this something different is actually television.
Okay.
So, Paige, what is your favorite television show?
Oh, come on. It's like asking me to choose between my favorite children. Okay. We're keeping with the preteen, early teen theme. I think I'm gonna go with Supernatural.
The amount of memes that I see about Dad Rock and Supernatural, and how many times they play Carry On Wayward Son.
They several times.
I've probably watched a good 2 seasons worth of Supernatural, non-consecutively, because my brother has watched through Supernatural so many times at this point. Love that. But no, it's definitely my music taste. Love it. And Jensen Ackles, though.
He's a handsome son of a bitch.
And people have been fan casting him in so many things now. I think a lot of people are very excited that he has Soulja Boy in The Boys.
Wait, Soulja Boy, that's this Soulja Boy?
He's like the evil Captain America.
Wait.
He's he's a sociopathic version of Captain America.
Wait, so it's not Soulja Boy like the rapper?
No.
I'm dead serious. I thought you were talking about the rapper. I'm not even. I was like,
that would have been a very interesting choice, having Jensen Ackles playing Soulja Boy.
Jensen Ackles is white, right? Ugh. Yeah.
This Soulja Boy is not great.
Okay.
And not a great human being, but Jensen Ackles.
He's white.
Yeah, Jensen Ackles is so good, and Supernatural is such a fun idea of a show.
Oh my god, it's so fun.
I know it went to some crazy places over this course of the seasons and stuff, but there's definitely there's whole Tumblrs dedicated to Supernatural.
Oh, I know.
Paige knows.
I was a Tumblr girly back in the early 2010s. Yeah, I think also. That was also, I feel like, one of the first fandoms where the fan fiction's out of control. And I also this is so late, but I also, at least in my experience, I feel like they keep the mythology fairly consistent and the rules of the universe fairly consistent, which for a show that lasted, I think, 17 seasons?
Well, that's a while.
Yeah, for a show that lasted that long, to keep things even semi-consistent is impressive to me. So, no, it's a fucking garbage pile of a show. I love it. 10 out of 10, no notes.
Now, what's your favorite television finale? Is it also Supernatural?
Okay, so I have a confession, actually. I have never watched a series finale. Because I get too upset. I have, separation anxiety, so I've never seen the series finale, Supernatural, Next Gen, Smallville. Hannibal, I've seen the series finale.
So by default?
So I guess it has to be that. But I'm still hoping for season 4, so I'm hoping it's not actually the series finale.
We'll find out. Someday.
But I don't watch, as a rule, I don't watch them. I get too sad.
It's an interesting rule.
Yeah.
Now, Paige, what director do you think would be the best pick to direct the story of your life?
You know what? We're going to go for a hot challenge. I'm going to say Wes Anderson. Because if you probably don't know this, but I hate Wes Anderson's films. I don't know the man. I hate his aesthetic. Really, just, it gives me the ick. So what if he directed my biography?
I would watch it. Very, very obviously.
Yeah, that would be
with my Wes Anderson posters
all
over the wall.
He has a Wes Anderson wall. But, I hate his style so much, and so I think that would be... And I would tell him, if he was directing one, I'd be like, listen, sir, you seem like a nice man. Your aesthetic is garbage. Please, let's see what you can do.
You seem like a very nice hipster with your corduroy.
Yeah, sure. I have no problem with him as, a person, as far as I know, but there's something about his aesthetic that really rubs me the wrong way, and it's no one's fault. It's very
specific.
Yeah.
And very white. So, And I am, and I love it. So
I mean, so am I. Like, I'm like the whitest kid, but I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me.
It's quirky like that show. Now, my last question for you, Paige. What are 5 films that you would recommend to people made before you were born?
Oh my god. Well, considering I'm only a young girl of 14, that is a lot. No. And my mom is still letting me watch anything. Okay, let me think. So Silence of the Lambs was made before I was... Yeah.
Yep.
I was still gestating. What else? Golly. I'm acting like I've never seen a film in my life.
You talked about another one that was made from 1980, The Shining.
Yeah. No, actually, I do love... So I would say The Shining because I actually love all of Stanley Kubrick's movies. I like A Clock...
Well, to be fair, they're all released before you were born except for one, so...
Eyes Wide... Yeah, I guess there was a big gap between Eyes Wide Shut and
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
It was like 12 years.
Yeah. Well, okay.
So, Stanley Kubrick's filmography...
Just Stanley Kubrick's filmography, except Eyes Wide Shut, which actually Eyes Wide Shut is like... I really like... That's one of my favorite Stanley Kubrick movies. Anyway, so yeah, I would say The Shining. I would say Silence of the Lambs, obviously. I'm kind of blanking, so I'm just going to say some movies that I think everyone should watch. I liked Scarface, especially the shootout scene at the end.
Very nice.
I feel like I didn't like it. I'm not like, oh, I love when people die and hold their dead sister's body.
And love watching Al Pacino do a really offensive Cuban accent for 3 hours.
That was supposed to be a Cuban accent. Oh yeah, it was. Okay. Go off, King. So that's 3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. You're killing me here.
You said A Clockwork Orange. You want that to be a 4th one?
No.
Okay.
I don't like it that much. Sorry.
Fair.
Oh, I do. Okay. I'm going to add 2 other films from my childhood then. I'm going to add The Sound of Music.
The Hills Are Alive.
Yes. My sister and I would, to our poor parents' chagrin, loudly sing every song. Like, loudly. Probably off key.
And I'm sure the Yodelay
Oh yeah.
Yodelay
No, they
was
were
a lot of fun.
They were regretting those VHS tapes. I promise you.
That double tape of Sound of Music because it was on 2 tapes.
Yes. Oh my god. No, that was a bop. And Art and I my sister and I would reenact the end where they hide from the Nazis in the nunnery. Not really understanding the context. And my mom was like, what are you doing? We're hiding from the Nazis. It's so fun. It's not so fun. And then the last childhood throwback I will give is the 10 Commandments, which we watched every single Easter.
Every single Easter.
Yeah. We liked it. Did you have to do it?
After a while, I love the 10 Commandments.
Oh.
As I have my special edition box set sitting over in the corner over there.
Maybe I subconsciously saw that? I don't know.
With Charlton Heston.
And Yul Brynner.
Yep. Obviously Egyptian. And
so
Charlton
Egyptian.
Heston, obviously Jewish.
I was going to say, if one of the... they just kind of went with Yul Brynner. Oh, he's foreign looking. He'll be fine.
He's ethnic looking.
He's ethnic.
He's not totally Eastern European.
Yeah.
You
Whatever.
know?
It's so problematic.
Also, what I appreciated... Shout out to the Cinephiles when they did their episode about the 10 Commandments and Steve Morris is Jewish and he's just it was such a different kind of thing when you would watch films and see Jewish characters and there's this very looking Jewish, they were accountants and everything, and then they got Charlton Heston to be one of the most famous Jews ever in a movie and you're just okay. So
I feel like
a Jewish person could look like that.
I feel like he was wearing brown face at some points too.
He was very tan.
If I remember
He was very tan. They must have left him at the tanning salon for hours.
He was too tan. And
then they put on that giant ass beard
and
hair at the end. I'm just that is some impressive fake hair right there.
It looked ridiculous in retrospect. But no, we would I remember it would be on, it was 9 hours long. So we would get to eat dinner on a TV tray.
Sure, it's like 5 hours actually on television.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many commercials.
It wasn't 9 hours, but no, we
like,
got...
5 hours is a long time to have a kid sit there and try to watch 10 Commandments.
Well, no, because we would get the pull-out couch. We would have our trays of Easter candy and TV dinners. And it was... My sister and I would, like, sit in the pull-out bed. It was, like... I'm getting nostalgic. It was so much fun.
There you go.
Weird choice for Easter fun, I guess, but as you can probably tell, I have a weird relationship.
A lot of people share that same experience like me.
That doesn't like make it better to me. That makes it worse. That's very strange in my opinion, but whatever. When you and Jess eventually have kids, I'll make it do that. I'll make it watch 10 Commandments.
Well, my children will watch a lot of movies.
Your kids are not gonna have a choice. They're gonna know every movie by the time they're 6.
There you go.
Let me know when I can take them to watch Hannibal.
Good morning. Now, Paige, how I like to wrap up the show is let my guest ask me a question. So what would you like to ask the Wasteland Reviewer?
Oh, gosh. Okay. If you had to survive 24 hours in any movie... I don't know if I'd say movie or movie universe. Pick whichever one you want. If you had to survive 24 hours in any movie universe, which would it be?
So, like, I have to survive.
You have to survive. If you don't, you just come back to the real world. Like, you don't actually die, but, like, you win $1 million if you survive.
Does this mean I should be trying for something easy?
I don't know. I'm not your fucking teacher. Answer it how you want.
Well... Middle Earth would be dangerous. The
Probably
Wasteland would be dangerous. That's putting it that way is very interesting. I feel like I want to pick something that's not just like regular world, but still also not dangerous. I want to pop into like Wes Anderson land and just live in symmetry and bright colors and try to avoid being like murked by Willem Dafoe or something, like in Grand Budapest Hotel. You will not get me at the museum, Willem Dafoe, like you got Jeff Goldblum. But I think it would be a fun thing to be like in a strange, quirky Wes Anderson world where like people violently die awkwardly around every corner, or mostly animals. Poor dogs.
That's so funny. I love when animals die. Yeah.
Apparently Wes Anderson does, because he keeps putting it all in his movies.
Yeah, see? Wes Anderson, he's not so innocent.
Now we're spreading rumors about Wes Anderson on the channel. I am sorry. And we'll gladly be highlighting Wes Anderson on Welcome to the Wasteland when I'm done this never-ending year of John Ford. But, and Paige is super excited about that. Paige.
I don't think I can watch another Wes Anderson movie. Like, I might have to sit this out.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Nobody's forcing you to do anything.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Okay. But Paige, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. Always a good time.
And thank all of you out there for always tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.